another level.
What's going on? I am 2014 Hall of Famer Lita, and you are watching Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor.
I be on another level.
What's going on, boys and girls? My name is Killer Cross, the People's Executioner, the RPW World Heavyweight Champion, the MLW World Heavyweight Champion, and the ACW World Heavyweight Champion, and the World Heavyweight Champion of Horror Hound Convention. I have all the championships. I got a problem. I need them all. This is Pokemon, all right? Gotta catch them all! You are watching Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor Podcast. Tick-tock.
Notorious, we notorious, yeah we notorious, yeah we some warriors, out here feeling glorious, yeah we notorious.
Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hard, I get tired, fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, it's on everything, I'ma have to bring the whole city out. And I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hard, I get tired, fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, it's on everything, I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
I be on another level.
Hello, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are tuned into Turnbuckles and Spilled Liquor Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
They say dimes are forever, and so is the legacy of the Cauliflower Alley Club. This August at the Plaza Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, join us as we celebrate 60 years of serving the wrestling community, 60 years of honoring wrestling's history, its legends, and the people who built this business. The Cauliflower Alley Club proudly presents CAC 60. Tickets available now at caulifloweralleyclub.org.
Man, you know that I'm the jet, homie. What you expect? I'm the man, it's nothing less. Man, you know that boy's next. I don't live with no regrets. Get the money, cut the check. Got the muscle, bet the flex. Got my move on overstep, now who the best? I got the money in the cash. Get the jet on overlast. You know overcast, I'm fly. Available, money so relatable. Get it in the day or two. Let me just explain to you. Fly than the rest of them. Jetting standing next to them. The future cut the check for him. Steady calls a rep for him. Fly than the rest of them. Jetting standing next to him. The future cut the check for him. Steady calls a rep for them. Taking off the jet. The vision is coming for next check. Taking off the jet. You headed to talk from the
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?
Get ready! Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on Spilt Liquor.
Yeah. Every bar's holy, straight divinity. Great stability with ancient wizardry. God goes writing on the page. After I prayed, he visits me. My frame is spiritually plateauing when angels lifted me.
Welcome to Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor Podcast. I'm your host, Lito, with my co-host, Sinista1. And we have a special guest tonight, y'all. Mr. Joe Matterazzo. How you doing, sir?
Very good. Thank you guys for having me here. I'm really excited. This is pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming on tonight. What you laughing at, bro?
So I'm looking at the book here, the official professional wrestling rule book that was written by Joe Matterazzo for wrestlers, referees, play-by-play, color commentary, analysis, promoters, athletic commissions, and fans. This book is available to get online, but the reason why I'm ecstatic is because Joe was a WWE referee, and we are talking about those last 2 episodes of Unreal tonight, and I'll get into that when we get into that. So,
actually, 2.5, because we discussed some of 3.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I mean, we can revisit the first couple anyway if Joe has anything to say about the first couple. But yeah.
Well, I wasn't officially hired by the WWE. I worked with a lot of the people from the WWE. I don't want to misrepresent myself or anyone else or put anything false on you guys.
Cool.
But because of that, I did work with Dangerous Danny Davis, of course. Very famous referee from the area here in New England.
Just on Mark Chappelle's show this week.
Yep, he was my trainer.
Definitely know Danny Davis for sure.
He was my trainer. He was the one who taught me how to become a referee. So I put a lot of stock in him and Paul Richard, who was with us when we were at FanFest this last year. Paul Richard, the ECW promoter for New England,
Nice.
was also the youngest referee in the WWF back then.
Nice.
16 years old. So yes, I had a lot of good training with a lot of good people.
Nice. One of the things I like to do, Joe, before we start talking, about everything that you have done in your career, I like to check on everyone's mental health and see how they're doing. So I just want to ask you, 1 to 10, where would you say you are today with your mental wellness?
Today, I'm a 10. I'm absolutely doing fantastic. Had a great day today. Spent it with a bunch of buddies of mine. We actually took the day, played a little golf, got out there in the course, got back home, and a buddy of mine dropped a couple of lobsters off for me out of the blue.
You had a great day.
Yeah.
You get lobster.
You had a great day.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
That's definitely a 10. Drop the lobsters off? Oh, yeah, I'm good. For sure. What about you, Sinister? How you doing today?
I'm at an 8, but that's only because, my charity ride is coming up. Slingshot for Shriners is this Saturday. It's a big ride. We've got the Avon Police who are helping us out. We've got the Mass State Police who are now escorting us. This is going to be an insane ride. We're looking at close to 40 slingshots on this ride. So this is going to be crazy. And then we're closing out the ride down the Cape with an R&B old school boat cruise. So what a way to end the day. So I've just been busy with that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, bro. This is going to be a crazy ride. State police escort. Boston police I got to get in touch with, but Brockton police, all these people that are coming out and helping the cause, man. It's just great stuff. Avon police, got to give them a big shout out. So
that's nice, man. So y'all finishing out the ride with a boat ride. I mean,
boat cruise. My man DJ Angel and JT, they do this boat cruise every year, and it falls at the same time that we do it. Now, usually what we do at the end of the ride is we would stop at Applebee's and have dinner, but because the weather's so nice, it's summertime, the dinner after the ride has been a bust because everybody's like, they want to still stay out riding. They still want to drive. So the Applebee's dinner was a bust. So when I told people, hey, we could top off and then go down to the Cape, take that ride down Route 3, because we're coming through South Boston. We'll top off at South Bay, and then we're just going to jump on 93, take 3 to Hyannis. We've got an escort, so we don't have to worry about that traffic at the bridges. and we're going to go right to the boat cruise. And then that way everybody can break bread, chat, and meet each other, because you really can't meet each other and talk while you're in the slingshots. So this after party, so say, on the cruise boat is going to be great. It's going to be huge for everybody to get. We got people coming from as far as Maine and some from Connecticut. So this is a big ride. This is a big ride for a good cause for Shriners Hospital. So
it sounds like it's good, man. Applebee's though? No.
Yeah.
It's got to be something else around there. I mean, of course, y'all not doing it this time, but Applebee's? No, sir. What's close to Applebee's? Is there something else down there?
Oh, there's a ton of stuff at South Bay, but the reason why Applebee's did it is because they donate to the cause, and they usually put extra help on, and they handle the flow of a lot of people. With the second year we had it, we had a lot of people. We had close to 60 or 40 people, 40 to 60 people that first time, and we had a lot of people. So they handled the work and got everybody served, didn't mess up anybody's drink orders or meals. So it was theirs to lose, and they hadn't lost it. But last year it just showed that a lot of people would rather stay out, and we're going to stay out and head down to this boat cruise, and this is going to be the thing that we close it out with every year. So
the only reason why I have a problem with Applebee's is because I went to Applebee's, right? Didn't want to go there, but that's where my mother and my brother wanted to go and eat. So me and my wife said, okay, we not Applebee's people, we're going to go. Try to give them a chance, bro. Ordered some chicken tenders. Oh, my God. They messed the chicken tenders up, bro. I'm talking about bad. Dry. I mean, the sauce that they put with them was not good either. It was just bad, bro. And at that moment, I said, you know what? Applebee's has done me dirty. I can't do it. It was bad. It was a really bad experience. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 4. It was terrible.
Ouch.
Yeah. It was terrible, bro. Service, like, they were in, and they didn't have a lot of people working either. And it was on a day, nice hot day, where you would think they would have enough servers, they would have enough, it was bad, bro. I can't front.
So what's your mental health at, though? It's better than the 4, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. My mental health today is probably about a 7, 8.
Right.
Somewhere around there. I was tired today, man. A little tired today, and then when I got off work, I had to drive. Today was my brother's birthday, so I had to drive to my mom's house. I had like a headache all day. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm not just trying to be cool, okay? So I had a headache all day. So I've been trying to make sure I've been drinking enough water and staying hydrated and all that good stuff. So yeah, outside of that, I'm good, man. Yeah. So Joe, talk a little bit about what you did, when you were refereeing and things like that.
Well, it's kind of a funny story of how I became a referee, how I even got involved with the business to begin with. I did not take the traditional way like a lot of people do, where you go to the schools, you get trained, you start learning like that. Grew up a fan, always wanted to be a fan, always wanted to get involved somehow, just didn't know how. Of course, this is going back, we're talking 1994, so the business was very guarded back then. Not a lot of people, now everybody and their grandmother knows where there's a wrestling school somewhere in the vicinity, So it wasn't like that before. There could be a school 2 houses away from you, and you'd never know it unless they wanted you to know it. So at the time, I knew a couple of wrestlers from the Braintree area and Weymouth and that area there where I had grown up, and they would not let it out as to where they were trained, where they could learn, or anything like that. And what happened was there was a radio station that it's since gone now, WAAF, in the area, and I won tickets to it was the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, and it was in April. Actually, the night was in March, but they were taping at the time, recording 4 weeks worth of TV at the Memorial Auditorium. And what happened is at the end of the week, when they were giving out tickets the whole week, they were going to pick someone to win a guest spot out of all the ticket winners to be a ring announcer on television. So end of the week comes, I'm waiting, and nothing. At the end of the show, nothing. I picked up the phone. This is back when you had to call. You had to pick up the phone and call them, right? There's no text and none of that. And you'd redial, But I called up, boom, and got right into the producer's box. They started talking, and I said, guys, you guys didn't give away the prize? And they went, oh, geez, we didn't do the grand prize. And they go, did you win tickets? I said, yeah, I've been waiting. And they go, well, all right, you got it. So they just gave it to me. So I was absolutely stoked. I take off with a buddy of mine. We head down to the Lone Memorial Auditorium. You can still see it. I'm on the WWE Network from April 16th, 1994 edition of Superstars. I ring announced for Earthquake against Eric Cody. Vince McMahon and Jerry Lawler were doing the commentary, put me over to the moon, and that's how it all began. My very first time ever stepping into a ring was a WWF ring with zero training. And from there, I started getting calls from all the local independents. They started grabbing me here and there, do some stuff. I'm calling different guys, trying to get booked. At the time, one of my best friends, Pat the Brat Piper, he was... Pat and I grew up together. Pat had got the whole deal with Jerry Lawler at the King of the Ring, and I did this. We were all like a month or two away from each other, just a couple months away, and then we started just hanging out and going everywhere. We went everywhere together, and at the time, I didn't know what I was going to do. I still wanted to get trained, and then all of a sudden, I'm at a show. They needed a referee. Danny Davis was there. This was a Mike Sparta show. I don't know if you guys know who Mike Sparta was back in the day. Mike and I became very close. We lived pretty close to each other. I helped him out a lot with the behind-the-scenes stuff, and he got me hooked up with Danny, and the rest was I must have done over 1,000 matches with everybody from Eddie Guerrero to Billy Gunn to Chris Candido. Can't tell you how many matches I did with Chris Candido and Sonny, and Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, it was a who's who of who I was able to get in that ring with. And I'll tell you what, there was never a better place for me to learn than right in the middle from some of the best out there.
And that was a great era. You came up during
that.
Yeah,
it was.
That was a prime era of talent. And for those who don't know, New England has always been this breeding ground
Hotbed
for wrestlers.
Yeah.
People don't realize, here in New England was the home of Killer Kowalski's school, and Killer Kowalski's school is the equivalent of Stu Hart's dungeon up in Canada. I mean, at Killer Kowalski's school, you had Triple H, Big John Studd, Chyna, Kofi Kingston, Mercedes Moné, Perry Saturn.
Perry Saturn.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a lot
John
of people
Cronus.
who came. Yep, John Cronus.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people came
Eddie
through
Edwards. Yeah, a lot of guys that are there now. Frankie Kazarian. We got a lot of guys that are on the rosters right now that came through there. I'm actually very close with Mike Hollow, who's he was the head trainer at one point for Kowalski. He's now running his own school up in New Hampshire. Same thing, but that lineage is deep. And they were right in Malden, Massachusetts. They were all at 30 minutes away from where I lived. Again, never knew. Never knew.
You could kind of say that's the school that put the Kowloon on that map for wrestling.
Yes.
Because it's right down the road. Malden's not too far from there. You go right down that Route 1A and the Kowloon is right there. And it was nice to see that in an episode of Unreal last year, to see Kowloon supported. So that was just another great thing and just a great part of wrestling history here in Massachusetts.
Absolutely. From I did a transition from refereeing. I got grabbed and got brought into New England Championship Wrestling, Sheldon Goldberg's New England Championship Wrestling, and Sheldon didn't want me in the ring. He wanted me doing interviews. He wanted me behind the mic. He wanted me in front of the camera. I didn't understand why I really loved being a referee. To me, taking a bump, being able to get in there with the boys and run around, that was all I ever wanted to do at that point. Once he brought me back and got me on the other side, I started finding a whole different level of confidence that I didn't think I'd have. And at the time, he wanted me to be. Now, Sheldon always did all the post commentary and everything on all of his shows. He never had a co-host. He may have had someone come in and be a kind of a guest co-host, but he wanted me to be his color guy. So I never knew what I was going to do. I was very quick-witted, and I came up with some good one-liners and stuff. And the two of us had a really good chemistry, probably one of the better chemistries I've had with almost anybody. And so he put me in now. Now we're doing live commentary because at the time he had, with New England Championship Wrestling, they got a deal with Comcast, and we were on Comcast, Comcast On Demand, Comcast Net, Sportsnet. There was a whole season where we were going live, and I'd never done anything like that. To help me out, Sheldon at the time had a radio show on 1510 AM, which at the time was WWZN, which then turned into WMEX, and he needed a co-host for that and brought me in to be a co-host. I ended up liking the fact that I could get on and play with the boards and all that. It became an engineer for the radio station, and next thing you know, I'm a producer for the radio station for 18 hours of radio a week, and then still doing Sheldon's show. So the two of us were doing the show for a while, 3 years, and we had an absolute blast doing it till the station changed formats and got rid of the sports and the entertainment stuff, and they went all politics. So we kind of got flushed out. But what an amazing, if it wasn't for Sheldon, and I give him all the props in the world for my ability to be able to get behind a mic and be able to do what I do now. That's what made it so much fun. I never realized how just having a conversation can actually be engaging if you do it the right way. And that led me out. I got out of the business for a little while, and listening to guys on Busted Open on Sirius XM got me back into listening to the radio side of it, got my juices going again. I said, I'm going to see if I can do this again. And sure enough, 1510 WMEX, I got grabbed, and they decided, let's bring this guy in. Let's see if we can actually do something. And
Nice.
they knew how, the business is $1 billion industry. They know that. So they know that it's sellable anyway. And I got on there, and then my son came on with me, and the two of us were going. 3 years later, we were going strong. The station changed hands. And since the station has changed hands, they didn't see the value in pro wrestling, which is okay. The show was podcasted afterwards, so I'm on all, your podcast platforms and all. But same thing, I'm trying to figure out now how to do this all on my own, where, I had my producer, I had, the different support team and everybody there doing it for me and helping me out at the station. Now it's all on me. So the last month or so, it's all been me trying to figure this out, put it together, put the shows together, and learning from guys like you guys that have been doing this for, forever. You were one of the first ones, weren't you?
Yeah, I was,
Citizen?
and it was, I've been out there for close to 20 years. As you guys know, I just did the booth live, and then I went right from the booth to this show, and as you guys can see, the overlays and everything's different. I've got OBS down to a science to where a lot of people, they don't really realize the work that goes into these shows. I've got to have everything going through Restream. I've got our show right now going through Restream to 9 different streaming sites live right now. Wow. And it's a lot of work. I handle the transitions, the music, and all of that. But for like you said, I want to touch base on like what you said you were doing. And it's funny because guys like you, the color commentary stuff, don't get enough credit for the job you do to build characters and help build storylines and build fans storylines to keep it, keep people entertained. Like a Mean Gene Okerlund, who is just a legend at doing what he put if it wasn't for Mean Gene Okerlund, there wouldn't be a lot of wrestlers where they are today, because
Or Jim
Hogan
Ross.
is a great example. Hogan's a great example of somebody
Yeah.
who Hogan and Okerlund in wrestling is like Cosell and Ali.
Perfect example. Yes.
That's it. That's it. When you look at those analogies right there, that was it right there.
Or Ric Flair
Everybody
and
who
Mean
Mean
Gene,
Gene,
Yeah.
yep, everybody who Mean Gene came in touch with, if you could work off of him, you were going to excel. You were going to excel. And Danny Davis cut some great promos with Mean Gene when he had his little run. So
He did.
Gene was great at being able to pull things out of guys, because back then they weren't scripted. You were given it was a who, what, where, when, why, and how, and you got 90 seconds to put it out there.
Yep.
Gene would feed them a line, feed them where he wanted them to go, and it's an art form. It's an amazing art form when you look at it like that, because I'm not big on being scripted. I've had it done, being overproduced. It comes across pretty. It just doesn't come across as natural as it should. You know, when you're just having a conversation with somebody and when you're passionate about what it is. When a commentator, a interviewer, anybody, like you look at any of the people that are out there right now, they're so good at what they do because it's natural. It just seems like it's supposed to be. You can't picture anybody else doing it. And even when the superstars that they're interviewing cut them off mid, you need that person there. Their facial expressions. A guy like Jeremy Borash was one of the best facial expressions to what the people were talking about, because you could read it on him. If he thought they were full of it, you could tell. If he thought he was buying in on it, you would. And he was selling what they were saying with just his face. And that was one of the guys that I used to try to always remember that. No, don't overtake the scene, which is very easy to do if you're over animated. And I've been yelled at that a few times of stealing the scene. A little over animated. It's okay. And my answer was always, well, then outdo me. You know what I mean? If you can't keep up, I'm sorry. It's like, you're the star. I'm just here. Sorry if I upstage you. I didn't mean it, but that was one of the things. It's like you've got to have it. There's a lot to it. And that will make or break a match as much as a referee will. You know, the two performers are going to do what they need to do. Referee is going to either screw that match up royally or make that match look amazing. And if you don't have the right commentators in there telling that story, I used to hate it when they'd be talking about other things other than what was going on in the ring and the story that was being told in the ring. You can get away with that in some of the indies when there's no storyline behind them. You just got two really good workers that are in there doing their craft, and that's great. And you can talk about what's coming up, and you can talk about to fill in the gaps. But man, when you have a story, am I wrong? So
it's on this.
It's like a rain delay in baseball.
On this show, and Kevin knows where I'm going. AAA. I don't know how this guy is still here, but Conan,
man, don't do it.
Conan kills me, dude.
He doesn't like Conan. He has something against Conan.
God.
He's going to the Hall of Fame this year.
He has something against Conan. I've heard Conan, and Conan's not that bad compared to it's some other guys. It's some other guys that I just can't stand.
You know who I like that came into his own? Also, he had a rough start, but he was down there in WCW. Tony Schiavone, when he first came out, he really had to find his way too, and
Tony Schiavone was the man.
Not when he first started out. It was tough because he had the Four Horsemen, he had the Road Warriors, and you could see him getting intimidated sometimes.
The Midnight Express, he had them too.
Yeah, it looked like he almost could. You know, Tony was it was almost like somebody had to say, hey, these guys are just being themselves, their characters. Don't worry, just be yourself and let it go. And I think 3 or 4 years into it, you started to see Tony Schiavone get into it and really start coming out that shell. And he really turned
the NWA guy and the WCW guy.
Yep.
He came from a baseball background. So
that's right.
it was a hard transition for him to try to, because the characters. I mean, let's face it. When you're interviewing a guy from second base, and then you're interviewing Ric Flair, it's like,
or you're interviewing Hawk and Animal. You got
to give him a little grace, right? Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? You're up there interview. They tell you go back in the back and interview Hawk and Animal before they come out. And I'm like, these guys are hype right now, about to come out and hurt some people. You want me to go interview them? Yes, right now, and they're not happy about it. So hurry up.
And they cut the Hawk and Animal used to cut some great promos. I don't think people really realize how great the Road Warriors cut promos. Before that scaffold match that they had at War. Oh my God, that was just an amazing promo, dude. That was just.
I used to be afraid of them when I was a kid. I had a nightmare one time that I woke up out my sleep and I was going down the stairs, and then their music started to play in the dark, and I knew they were coming, so I was like running up the stairs. I finally woke up out my sleep, like, oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
I was afraid of them, man.
Their promos lasted longer than their matches did.
Yeah.
Their matches were flashes back then. I mean, you want to talk about a way of building a team of guys that didn't know what they were doing in the beginning? It's crazy, but that's what you do. That was lightning in a bottle with those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Dark
Dark
Side
Side
of
of
the
the
Ring
Ring, people.
Ohio.
You want to get that history? Dark Side of the Ring is a great, great show. That show should be Emmy nominated.
It's tough to watch some of them. Some of them is tough to watch.
Some of them are very tough. Yeah, the TNA one that they just had at the very beginning of this season, very in depth. There's a lot of stuff that I was glad to see and glad to hear, because I was buying into a lot of what they were selling, just to try to everything that happened with Jeff and Karen. I was very happy to know that there was a lot of stuff that was embellished upon, but I'd like to see Jeff take some of that AEW money and buy it back. Get back in TNA.
That'd be nice. That would be nice. Great stuff. Ooh, good stuff, people. Oh man, we already a half hour in, bro.
We're
haven't
cooking.
even talked topics yet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can. Before we start talking about topics, I do have some figures I want to show. Check this out, Sinister.
Mm-hmm. Is that a Street
That's
Fighter Dominic
yeah.
Mysterio?
Wow.
As Ryu?
Yeah, as Ken.
Oh, Ken? Oh, shoot.
Man,
Oh, I would definitely take that one.
I love the box.
The
box is
Do they
It's
have
like
Rhea
it's
Ripley
like the
with that?
arcade.
right.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
It's fire.
Wow.
Next one I want to show.
Jacob
Samoan
Fatu.
Werewolf.
Yeah, his stuff is hot right now.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu. Comes with that mask from WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Then Cactus Jack.
Oh,
Cactus
Cactus.
Jack.
Nice.
Yep, Cactus Jack. Comes with a whole bunch of. He got a table in
Yeah, he
there.
got a lot of stuff. Two
A lot of
trash
toys.
barrels.
2 trash barrels, like. And lastly here, Mr. Ho himself.
Oh, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, who spends a lot of time up here in the Northeast.
Hacksaw.
Does.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Those are my new cops.
He'll be at FanFest next year, which you guys are seeing down in the bottom right-hand corner. Hopefully,
New
we'll
England
be
Fan
sitting
Fest.
right next to Joe next year. That was a nice setup, sitting next to Joe last year.
We had a blast. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. Let's talk. Let's get into some of our topics. First topic we got to discuss is, man, Saturday night's main event. United States champion Oh no, we did that last week, didn't we? We talked about
you
Saturday
know,
Night Main Event.
You got last week's notes.
No, it's this one. It's this week's, if I'm not mistaken. This is this week's, I believe.
No, unless it didn't sync for you.
Unless it didn't sync. I did. I logged back in. Let's try it now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because there we go.
You got the new one? Okay.
It's the same one. But no, because it's talking about Brock and them weighing in. So
yeah, that's the new one. Yeah, Brock and them.
So that's that one. It just has the one thing from last week on there. It's all good.
Okay.
So results from Raw. Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar, they weighed in, and local cops came in there on workman's comp.
Can we get fake cops without ponytails? Can we? Come on, guys. All right, are we better than this? There's nobody on the indies over there that doesn't have a ponytail, and at least have that guy just be the janitor or something, because.
Right?
Help me out. Stop me when I'm lying, okay?
When Lesnar locked that cage, I'm like, all these wrestlers are about to get destroyed by Oba, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a massacre. One guy, I think he
very
picked
mad.
back up. I'll tell you what, he saved that one kid. That one kid went to
the Asian kid.
Oh, yes. My God. He went to powerbomb him, and that kid was on his way down. He would have spiked him hard. That's how strong Oba is. He pulled him back up and saved him. That guy, he owes him a lot for that move,
he does.
Man.
Yeah.
That was a veteran move by Oba. Oba is like miles ahead of where he should be.
Mm-hmm.
I had my doubts on him when they were gonna push him so fast. I was like, I don't know. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. And then the crowd told me everything I needed to hear and everything I needed to know right then and there.
And then when we get into the topic of Unreal, you really realize why Oba got the push. So everybody's behind this kid. So
yeah, he's over like
over,
crazy.
Over Femi, yes.
Right.
And he had Nick Saban crying.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
When he
ain't
was
that crazy?
He said everybody was telling me about this shot putter. They said you need to get him as a lineman, and Nick said he went down and spoke with Oba, and Oba was like, "Nah, I don't want to play football. I want to stay in." Nick was crying, bro. Nick was seeing championships again.
Yeah, man. Oba would have been in the NFL right now if he would have went, play college football.
Mm.
And
and the fact that we find out in Unreal that his strut is an homage to Ric Flair, his favorite wrestler, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
So,
it is. Cool. Which is dope because he took that and made it his own.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you see it everywhere.
Right. Everywhere.
Yes.
I did a wedding last month and the groomsmen came out to that.
Did he?
I love it.
Yep. It was awesome.
Did he do it correctly though, bro?
Yes, they did.
Did he do it correctly?
Yep, they did it correctly.
That's awesome.
That's what's up. Braun Breaker and Austin Theory, they defeated Otis and Tozawa. I mean, we knew that was going to happen.
But there was... So did anybody peep the interview afterwards and Braun Breaker's expressions? Like he was kind of... like he's tired of the Vision. He wasn't... Yeah. It looked like he wasn't happy that Austin took that chair to Otis's head. So I was like, what's going on there? So I'm waiting to see what's happening with the Vision.
You don't think it's a work?
I don't know. I think there's something going on with Braun. I can't see Braun going babyface. I can't. He's just so over as a bad guy. So right. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen.
When is Tozawa breaking out of the shell? He's so much of a better wrestler. If you watch New Japan and all this thing that they're doing with him, I'm so aggravated. I'm like, you're wasting this guy.
Right.
I mean, but who's he gonna wrestle? There's nobody his size.
He would be in that
Rey Mysterio
class. Yeah, that
Spike Dudley. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so much better, and we just they're wasting him. I just hate
There was another guy that was kind of like that. Was it Funaki or?
Yeah, Funaki,
Tajiri.
There were a ton of them.
They're all small guys, but they ended up wrestling those type of guys. And right now, the way WWE is those guys. Everyone's big. There's no small guys like that no more.
Not credible anyway. Right.
I mean, it's pretty bad when the Danhausen midgets get more fucking wrestling time than Tozawa.
Is anyone else this Danhausen thing?
Yeah, don't even get me started on this whole thing. And I get it. You're trying to save time so nobody gets injured because you're so scared of the injury bug that has plagued the WWE. So I get it. I understand it. But come on, creative. Give us something better to kill time.
Get us something creative.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not hating on him, but I'm just like.
No. He's very entertaining. A lot of the stuff he does is great. He's a riot. There's no doubt about it. This was a little, that was a little hard it was difficult to watch for Joe Hendry. I feel bad for Joe Hendry being involved with it.
Oh my goodness.
But my man, I just,
They've made Joe Hendry into Elias, man.
Yep,
I
Elias.
hate that.
That's what we said. Yep, last week.
I hate
you
that.
You just made him Elias 2.0.
I really hate that. I don't like that for him.
He's just collecting that money now.
That's it. He's literally just out there. It'll be dark and then they turn the light on just like they did Elias. And he just starts playing the guitar. I'm like, oh, man. Messing up Joe Hendry. I don't know, man. You know why they have to do that with Joe Hendry, though? Because they don't have enough belts. I don't want to get into this again. There's not enough belts. There's not enough belts for you. And there's so many belts that they can just bring back. I don't understand. The 24/7 belt. There's so many belts for them to utilize.
I said, when they started,
all these WCW belts.
When they started being on Netflix, I was like, this is a good time to bring back the TV title.
Just get a TV. They never had a TV title in WWE.
Never.
Nope.
But
it would be
they
the
own
perfect
WCW.
time.
They own WCW, so just make it the WCW television title.
Exactly. 100%. Make it the Netflix television title.
Oh, they would love that. Netflix would love that.
Oh, they'd be all over that. Very simple. It's very, very simple.
And where is the hardcore belt? Where?
I'm trying to think.
I ask this question once a month. I feel
Tommy Dreamer, I think, had the original hardcore belt, and he gave it back on, what was it, when they were trying to find, when they went around the Hidden Treasures or whatever it was. I think he gave it back to them for that.
Well, there was a new one that was produced.
Travis Scott still had it.
Travis Scott had it.
Yeah, Travis Scott, that's the one with the yellow strap on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why does he still have the belt? The whole thing with The Rock did not work.
No, it didn't. At all.
Why do they not? I don't understand why Triple H did not get the belt. Why is there not any hardcore belts? How many years have we not had the hardcore belt now? 3?
You
4?
You could really bring back the 24/7 belt and make.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you still got our truth.
I really wish somebody would ask these questions to, like, when they get a chance to see him, because it doesn't make any sense to me why the 24/7 belt's gone. Why the hardcore belt is not back. Why not use the television title? No, there's no more cruiserweight anything. So
no, you get the speed belt still, right? That's still somewhere.
But when do we see it? We don't even. I mean,
NXT. That's it now.
NXT.
It just sucks. And, I don't want to.
But then you got AEW that's got way too many belts that you can't keep.
I love it.
It's good, sure, but I don't remember. I can't keep up with them. It's
TBS, the FTW,
the international, the continental, the transcontinental,
intercontinental, the continental.
The your sister's ass title. It's whatever it is. It's just what they got. It's like, good
They have all the
Lord.
titles.
No kidding. It's just. Sorry, guys.
Mercedes fight for that one.
Yes, exactly.
Remember, she had all the belts
it's
at one
funny.
time.
You
That
talk
was
about
crazy.
you talk about Mercedes, right? I did color commentary on her very first match.
Oh, damn.
That was in Quincy, Massachusetts. Yeah, it was on August 8th, and I'm trying to remember the year, but yeah. I was able to do it. It was like 2008, something like that, maybe. But yeah, I was able to do that. I saw then that girl had that it factor. There was something about her right out of the gate. And look at her now,
I know.
Yep.
It's great. To the moon.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a point where I think she was probably the second greatest women's wrestler on the planet.
Yeah.
Next to Charlotte. I think Charlotte still was just that much. She's an anomaly anyway. Just a gifted
definitely
athlete.
is.
Yeah.
I think today, the greatest women's wrestler probably. I mean, I still enjoy watching Bayley fight, and I just think that they're using her wrong. But she's one of the best female wrestlers I've ever seen.
Bailey's amazing.
Yeah.
Solid. She never has a bad match. Io Sky, I think, is right up there too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen her have a bad match. Timing wise, everything. Just phenomenal.
I agree. I always love Charlotte though.
Yeah.
She's, class personified. For sure. Javon Evans defeated Rusev. That was a great match.
I love this kid.
Yeah.
This kid is money. He's got it. And it's funny because to be that young and move that fast, they usually tell you, slow down, take it easy. You're going to go, just your timing is going to be. This kid is amazing. You don't want him to slow down.
His time is never off either.
No, it's not. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's got more airtime than TWA and Delta and Southwest and all that. Kid's amazing to me. Oh,
and I've never seen any botches from him either.
No.
As much as he's flying, I haven't seen any.
One time I saw him overshoot somebody.
Yes.
Which you don't see that often at all. But yeah, this kid's got money all over him. The fans just love him. He's got a charisma about him that just makes it fun to watch. And there's not that many guys out there like that. He's got this amazing gift that I really hope WWE does not drop the ball on him.
Same.
And I hope, God, please let him stay healthy.
Yeah,
because he's got 21 years old. He's got a long career ahead of him.
And when you slap a belt on him, to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
He's out of here.
I don't want to see him get one fast. I want to see the chase. He's one of those guys that you will pay to chase. You want to see him go after something. That's
the right situation.
That's where the money is.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree 100.
You pull that trigger when the time is right and let him get it. But yeah, a lot of money in him.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia and the Judgment Day Crash, Joe Hendry and Danhausen's concert. Hated it.
That's that. This is what we talked about, Kevin, when we knew TKO and UFC and the boxing were all in bed together. We knew that these
Zuffa boxing
trash promos were coming where you were going to take boxers and people and put them into segments. And the Ryan Garcia isn't going over like they did because, as you guys know, Ryan Garcia, while having mental health issues, went on a internet tirade that was racial and all this other stuff. And it cost him. It cost him some time. He was Suleiman suspended him. It cost him. I think it cost him a fight. Didn't they cancel his fight for a while? That Ryan Garcia fight?
No,
because of it?
he ended up fighting, and it got They said that he was on steroids or some sort of
that's right.
performance
That's what
enhancer.
it was. Yeah, that's what it was. But it was just a horrible plug-in. And Triple H now has to do damage control. And I just, we don't need to have wrestlers and boxing people and everybody jumping into matches just because Zuffer has got all of this stuff under one umbrella. We don't. What's next? PBR guys jumping into the match because they got PBR now?
TKO has no
Right.
clue what they're doing when it comes to fans. It's all about the money for them.
That's
Yeah.
it. Too corporate.
So if The Rock is on the board, he has to get up there and say something. In my opinion.
you
It's
think
not
he would
just
have
about
already?
the money.
Yeah.
It's not
You know-
just about the money.
Ryan Garcia is supposed to be the champ, right? He's the champ from Zuffa Boxing.
Not yet. He doesn't have a belt.
He
He's
doesn't
actually
have a
about to
belt.
he's about to fight Conor Ben.
That's what it was. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I mean, is he supposed to be a heel? He was in the acting like a babyface at ringside, and then he jumps up and jumps in, grabs a guitar, smacks Henry. It's like, I'm supposed to like this? I'm supposed to be glad this guy's here? And what are you doing? Why? Now I hate him. Now I don't even want to see him, but now I want to see him get his ass kicked now. It's like, that's great, but I'm not going to pay for it. But, you know, I want to hear about it. It's the
Well, the crazy thing now is like, so say for instance, you get in there, you help Dominic, you help them go against Danhausen. He has a fight coming up in September. If he loses, they're going to say he's cursed.
He's cursed. Right. Oh, so they just gave themselves an out. I see what you're saying.
Exactly.
That's actually genius when you really think about it. That's what they'll blame it on.
Mm-hmm. They'll blame it right on that. Ethan Page defeated Rey Mysterio. It was a decent match. It's pretty good.
It was good. I saw it coming, though, because Ethan, since he came up, has been taking a lot of L's, and I'm like, he's got to get a win. You can't bring him up and have him be taking all these L's. So I kind of was happy to see him get that win, and Ray put him over. I thought that was great. He needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hurt Ray. So that's not going to hurt him at all. It's only going to elevate Ethan.
True.
And Paige has got again, he's a 20-year vet. He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
You know, it's about time he's getting some good good real estate on TV.
LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo, they took down the Bloodline. I'm a Bloodline guy. That's my crew. Somewhere down the line, I'm sure I'm part of the family.
Me too. Clearly.
I'm somewhere in there. I mean, I'm sure of it. You know, I think that we were talking about this, that when we start talking about the SummerSlam, I don't understand this match. I don't. Solo looks crazy standing next to them, but when we go to the SummerSlam predictions, we'll address that match. But Raquel defeated Sol Ruka. I am so happy for Raquel.
Let me give this a, first of all, this was a damn match.
Yeah.
Damn! That was a damn match. Raquel got her nose busted open, and I didn't.
She's such
see
a
it coming.
warrior.
I did not see this
I didn't
coming
either.
at all, because Sol Ruka was
It's over.
hot,
Yeah.
over. So either Sol Ruka might be injured or something to that effect, and putting that belt on Raquel
was time.
was crazy because
Raquel, the only
She's
other
been
belt
putting
she's
work.
had outside of the tag team was the NXT women's belt. So this is her first belt while she's been up.
you have to remember
It was
too.
time.
It's going to cause friction in that Judgment Day storyline, especially if Liv loses at SummerSlam.
When Liv loses, because she's losing.
Yeah,
Guarantee it.
Yeah. So that's definitely going to cause, because Raquel was already pissed she tossed her out at the Rumble. So yeah, I think this is coming.
That was
Happy for Raquel.
Damn good match. That was I really enjoyed that, and I love Sol Ruka. I think she's got probably one of the greatest finishes right now on the planet. I think they may be a little gun shy with her to let Sol keep going. She's had some missed spots. some
Yes,
slip ups on
she
the
has
ropes
to,
and
yep.
stuff. I think she needs a little more seasoning. You know, you get up to that main roster, this is a lot bigger crowds. It's a lot more faster pace. And
People can notice when you're botching.
yeah, and I think it's one of those things that they may just want to give her a little more seasoning. And it's a good time to now have her come out, have Raquel come in, do her thing. She was amazing, and like you said, what a warrior! You know, getting her nose bust. I've had this idea for a long time, and I hope they do it because they're gonna put one of those shields on her, like the nose shields. And the last person who had that was Rhea Ripley.
That's right.
You guys remember back when Sting, it was Halloween Havoc, Barry Windham came down, cut his hair, dressed up like Sting, came in, they did the switcheroo. Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley, they could do the same exact thing around Halloween time and have Raquel screw over Rhea because they look so similar. I'm like, please, why didn't somebody do something like that?
That'd be great.
If they do it, they listen to your show. Understand this. They listen to
sure.
everybody's show.
For sure. That sounds good.
That's a freebie. I won't give them the rest of them.
Yeah, don't tell them too much because
No.
we've seen some things happen that we actually called out and it happened.
They listen to everybody. They do. There's no doubt. No doubt.
Seth Rollins faced off against Roman. I can't wait for this match, y'all.
Yeah,
I
this
can't
match-
wait.
I think this match is going to be better than people realize.
They put it on Sunday too. Instead of Saturday. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Very excited.
I think that's where it needs to be. It needs to be on Sunday.
SummerSlam predictions. Start at the bottom. Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. 6 women, tag team match. Excited or not?
They just gave Fatal Influence the titles,
The belts,
so
right.
they could lose this match.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like I've been saying, the Bella Twins are going to turn on Paige.
Yeah.
I think that's coming, and I think that's what happens here.
Right there with you.
So I got so we all got the Bella Twins and Paige winning.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor. Undisputed WWE Championship number 1 contenders match. I'm going Sami Zayn.
Really?
I'm taking Balor.
I'm taking Finn.
Yeah.
It's his
Sammy. I think there's something going on with Sammy, man. He's a heel now.
Yo, there's no doubt.
I'm taking Sammy.
Finn needs to move up one more shot. He needs to get up there one more time, and Sammy's there already. I think ever since Finn got hurt after winning the Undisputed Championship, I think I think he's been fighting for 10 years to get back up there. He's solid. He's as solid as can be. He kind of got that sting that you get when you get hurt, where they kind of lost trust in him, and which I don't think it was his fault at all. It was just it's called an accident for a reason.
Yeah.
But I think Finn's on the trajectory. I mean, Finn and CM Punk was an amazing match. Him and Cody, amazing. It's just, this is the type of stuff I'm interested in. That's why I'd like to see Finn make it up. And because Sammy's going to get another shot. Sammy's still in this. He's still around. But I think we need
this might be a hot take, right? I think Sammy's going to win, and then they're going to pin him against Roman.
Eventually, that's what they should have done. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I could see Sammy getting Sammy getting Money in the Bank.
You're right.
Yeah.
And now he's,
because we've said this before and we said it again. WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia next year, and Sammy is the biggest star when you're talking.
Right.
I hate that.
And so he has to be involved in WrestleMania some way, somehow. You can't have WrestleMania without Sami Zayn, unfortunately.
Let me ask you a question, because I didn't hear whether it's been confirmed or not. Are they in Saudi Arabia for both nights? I know one night was confirmed.
I believe.
And I wonder if they. I wonder if the second night will be in the States.
No.
If it is, that would be awesome.
I think both nights are in Saudi, which is why they're doing this New York thing for 2 days in New York. So when they announced last week for 2 days, 3 days in New York, Madison Square Garden, they're going to host Stand to Deliver NXT, and they're delivering the AAA that weekend.
And they're selling tickets. You can come watch.
Yep, and I think they're going to keep Saudi at 2 nights. I think it's going to be 2-night WrestleMania out there. So the question for me is are they doing the Hall of Fame in Saudi, or are they going to do the Hall of Fame in New York? I think they're going to do the Hall of Fame in New York. I don't think they're bringing everybody out to Saudi. I think they're hosting it Friday night.
This Saudi thing, I'm not a fan of this Saudi thing.
That's all money, dude.
That's all. It's a TKO thing.
Yep.
It's a TKO move. This is what, whatever. Danhausen versus Dominic.
Human money's on a pole.
Human money's on a pole. Yeah. Dominic's gonna win.
There's no belt on the line. I think Danhausen gets the money off the pole.
No, Dan's gonna lose finally.
I don't think he will. I think Dom can take the loss. It's not going to be anything.
It's not going to be anything. Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. It won't hurt him, and I think it'll just enhance the story a little bit more. Danhausen gets his monies, and I can see him handing it out to some of the people as he's running by too.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. LA Knight, Solo and Royce versus Jacob Fatu and the Usos. I got Jacob Fatu and the Usos winning this.
Me too. They've been getting beat down too much. They're going to get their licks in.
I think they'll do it because Solo joins.
I think Solo's going to join?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think
do you trust Solo? I don't know. But he did just say something, though, on Raw. He said, this ain't the real bloodline because I'm not there.
Right.
He did say that. There's no more MFT.
Nope.
If Solo decides to join, he's going to have to acknowledge Roman.
I think he'll do it that night.
What if Solo joins by going to help Roman against Seth?
Yeah.
That could be one.
Could happen. I don't know. United States Champion Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin.
Random.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin coming back is the most random, unpredictable thing that has ever happened in WWE this season. If anybody out there had Baron Corbin coming
nobody
back,
had him coming back.
Cards, I'd like to see it because I didn't have it. That was even.
No way. No way.
I think
he's taking it though. I think Baron's taking the title.
Really?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yep.
Wow. I got Trick.
I love Trick. Don't get me wrong, but I think Baron's taking it this time. I think they got a different plan for Trick.
Well, he did just get married. He's got to get that time off.
Hey, you might be right.
He just got married. That was part of Unreal, as we're going to talk about, because they talk about it in Unreal. So,
let's see, Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Woo! I got Nick.
This is the one I'm waiting for.
I don't care if he loses. I got Nick.
Yeah.
I actually think this is going Nick Aldis. I think this is Nick Aldis all day.
Yeah. I got Nick.
I'm picking Nick because I want it to be Nick.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that many people that know what Nick Aldis can do in that ring.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been waiting for him and Cody since Cody came back. I've just been waiting for the number 3 for them to have that rubber match because they never had it. So I want to see Nick come in there, and I want to see. The thing is I really hope they do some kind of a package before the match. We've got SmackDown coming up. Mm-hmm. So that would be the time to do it and explain exactly who Nick Aldis is. He's not just a general manager. You know what I mean? For that. This guy, they've already got the deal with TNA. so you can get that footage. They've got the deal. Billy Corrigan and them have a deal with the NWA. They can get the footage from him over there. There's nothing wrong with them working that and helping out just to get that stuff. Because nobody does it better than them when it comes to putting together a package to show what's going on, where they were, and all that.
We've talked.
They're the
about
best
that
in the
on this
business.
show. They've been cutting some good promos. The promo cuts have been great.
Yes.
The cinematic ones are even better.
Oh my God, yeah.
Kind of gotten away from. They haven't done many more of the cinematic ones. I wish they would go back.
But if they can tell the story of Nick Aldis beforehand, give him that much more credibility before going into this match, and then let him get out there and do what he does, I think that's you again. Nick Aldis, I love him as a general manager. He's been dynamite, but man, there's so much more meat on that bone.
Mm-hmm. Intercontinental Champion Penta versus Chad Gable.
This is a tough one for me because if Penta loses, that means Penta's moving up. He's getting out of that Intercontinental and he's moving up with the big boys, and Chad's going to carry. I could see that. Happening because
I think Penta's going to go to AAA for a while.
Could be, could too.
I think Chad's going to win. Penta's going to go to AAA for a while, and maybe do some things with his brother because they still haven't done anything.
Well, they have a big faction storyline going on over there right now, and that's what's leading up to a big thing over there. So Penta would fit in with that storyline that's going on right now.
Yeah, because Penta hasn't even made an appearance on AAA yet. When he goes over there finally, gonna lose their mind.
Yeah.
So I think that's happening for a little while, at least until maybe Rumble. I think he'll be over there till Rumble.
Right.
Io Sky, Liv Morgan.
Io's getting that belt, bro.
Yeah, Io's taking that.
I got Io.
Especially now that Raquel got the belt.
Yes.
Io's definitely getting this belt now.
Yeah, I agree. Interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match.
I'm going to say Charlotte. I think Charlotte gets her little asterisk for number 15.
Yeah.
I think she's going to, and then that's the money match is her and Rhea.
Is Rhea hurt right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a meniscus tear in her knee. Does not require surgery from what I've heard, but it takes time.
Yeah, she got to heal. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can really tear it, and then she's going to need surgery, and then you're out for 8 weeks right there.
Right.
But I'd love to see Chelsea Green take it, though, too. She'd be dynamite as an interim. I mean,
she would.
That girl's another one who's just so underrated, so underutilized.
Yeah. Chelsea has a lot of fire.
She knows her role. She knows she's the Brooklyn Brawler of this generation, and she takes that. She loves it.
It's funny that you say that. I always compared her to Miz because for the longest time, Miz didn't have anything going on. But, man, you give him a 2-minute segment, he's going to knock it out of the park. And he did it every time. Her, the same thing. It doesn't matter how long of a segment you give her. You give her 30 seconds, and it'll be memorable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Who do you think the mystery opponent is, though? Because there's one mystery opponent coming in.
I think it's a call up from NXT.
Nikita.
Oh, Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons.
Could be.
Interesting.
Could be. Is she ready?
She's ready. Nikita's ready. They just gave her a belt. So she's ready. I would say she's ready to come up. Because there's so many good girls that are now down there in NXT that are just making a lot of noise right now. Nikita's someone that could come up. I would like to see
I think it is. I think it is. Well, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Oh, does Stephanie Vaquer come back?
Yeah, I'm about to say, does Stephanie come back?
Does Stephanie Vaquer come back?
Yeah.
That would be a nice way for her to come back.
Yeah. I agree.
I go with that.
Yeah. Stephanie comes back. She's the last one that they announced, and she's back. And then she's back into the fold, you know.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. Obafemi versus Brock, Hell in a Cell match.
Well, they ruined it for you on Monday night, bro. Paul Heyman ruined it for you.
Paul Heyman, they always do this to me.
Paul Heyman, I was watching Monday night when Paul Heyman came out and started going over the list of all of Brock's achievements, and I'm like, he's jinxing them. He's doing exactly what Kevin said. He came out and said, Brock Lesnar has never lost a Hell in a Cell. And I said, oh, Kevin's going to be bullshit because he didn't let that.
Well, we already know who's winning this match.
Yeah, he's like, Brock Lesnar is the guy who ended the streak of Undertaker. And I'm like, okay, so who's going to end the streak of Brock Lesnar? Hell in a Cell. I'm like, you just telling everything, Heyman. You just let us all know right now.
And I guarantee when we watch this match, Michael Cole is going to say something. That's going to confirm it. Because Michael Cole is the one who confirms who's going to win or lose.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So,
I mean, it's still going to be a good match.
It is.
They're in Minnesota. He's going to go out in his back and put Oba over. But Brock's got to lose because he went out like a bitch on Monday Night Raw. He didn't even confront him. He was, and I'm like, he's going to put Oba over. He's real. This is going to be a good match. This is going to be a crazy match.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You won't see them on top of the cage. But
No,
it's going to be
I
a
wish that would happen.
They're too big. I think they're too big to go up there. I don't want to see that. Just because it's a long way down for one of those guys that's 300 pounds. I mean, Foley's a different story, but no.
Yeah.
Foley wasn't even supposed to do half the shit in that match.
Nah, he wasn't. He just made it.
He would have got paid the same to do a clothesline, he said. I go, yeah, there you go. Exactly. But not as iconic, was it?
No.
Right. 2 matches, so we can get right to the, let's see, undisputed WWE champion CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. Punk's going to retain.
Punk's retaining.
I think Punk's going to retain too. Yep.
And then World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns versus Seth. Roman beats Seth for the first time.
I'm going to pray, but I know it's not going to happen. But I would love to see Moxley come over on a loner. And have
Everybody's saying that. Everyone's saying that's hilarious.
That place would blow the roof off if Mox was to come out, man. But it's not happening.
So let's talk a little bit of, let's just go 4 or 5, bro, for time's sake, because we're at 10:40.
Okay.
Let's knock out these 20 minutes. Episode 4, Life Happens.
Loved it.
Talk to me. Yeah.
Loved it. So episode 4 is Life Happens, and this is something we talked about on this show. Joe, if you didn't know, on this show, we've been breaking down what we felt behind the scenes. We don't just talk about wrestling storylines. We talk about the behind the scenes stuff on the show.
Sure.
One of the things that we talked about all last year, Unreal has touched base on every single thing. The Cena storyline and why this went. We were here and we were like, we think Cena just had 100% of creativity in this storyline, and that's exactly what it was. They gave him the 100% creativity. I felt it was genius of Cena to say, hey, I got my 30 minutes, and no matter which way it goes, I'm going to leave on top. Let's just give the other hour, 45 minutes to the up-and-coming NXT talent, which is great because you got everybody is at that top of that roster. But Life Happens is about the injuries to the Vision, the pregnancy, and just things of that sort, and how it can just derail entire storylines. And the
how
Vision,
Stephanie was burned out because she hadn't.
Yeah, Stephanie Vacquier had to give up that belt because she had been wrestling so long to get to that spot, and now she's there, and her body was like, okay, I need a rest.
She needed a rest.
And life happens. I know some people were on social media clowning CM Punk because he was so upset at losing his dog. And I'm like, bro, you don't get it.
People.
Some people, that's how it is for some people. You can't clown somebody for being upset about losing their dog. And I got more respect for CM Punk. They went back and donated all this money to the shelter. Paws from New England. Paws is where I got my dog. Paws from New England is where I got my dog from. So to see him and AJ visibly broken up and having to take time off. They gave them time off for the death of the dog.
Yeah, they did.
And that was why they left. And I seen people saying, really? They took time off? And I'm like, bro, this is
It's like
real
losing
right
your
now.
child. If you don't have any kids,
Yeah.
like, come on, man. People need to just grow up.
So there was
If
a
you
lot.
knew, if you knew how much that dog meant to
Yeah.
Punk and to AJ, you wouldn't do that to him.
Yeah.
That dog is everything. He was everything to them. There's no doubt about it. You know, Unreal. I like this season better than some of the other seasons that I've seen.
They really pulled it back.
I like it because I don't always want to know or let it out because I'm so the way I was trained and taught. Again, guarded, made sure that everything, you don't always have to tell how the sausage is made because you still want to suspend disbelief at some point. And some of the things I didn't appreciate seeing this time around with what I've been seeing and how they've been doing it, it's more of, like you said, the behind the scenes of real lives, of what goes on, of what they're dealing with, that I like, because that now is more of a documentary of what it is, as opposed to,
Right.
I like seeing them in the writer's room. I love seeing when they're sitting there and they're going, what do we do now? And they come, and then you see them all sitting there, nobody's saying anything, and then one thing will start, just to see how the process works. I like, because I think that's very important for people that think that treat pro wrestling as lowbrow and a joke. When I've got buddies that this is how they make their living. They feed their families from doing this. It's not a joke. So I appreciate the fact that the realism on that part, like you said, for Punk and AJ to show that kind of vulnerability, for real, that's deep. That's real stuff. That's the type of thing that now, people can connect with. People that have dogs, that have a long time pet, can feel that. And again, that's what it's all about, is that connection, is what you feel. And for them to be able to show that, what Stephanie went through, like you were just talking about, the injuries coming so far and then having to deal with them, and just not only the people, but okay, now what do we do as writers? As we had a trajectory where we were going. Remember back in the day, they would start at WrestleMania and go backwards. They'd book backwards, and how do we get there? This is where we want to get to. You can't do that now. When someone gets hurt, derails the whole thing. You've got to start. You got to wipe that board clean and start all over again. And that's what they were showing.
They had it. But it was just like you had Bronson. It just went we said it on the show. Like, damn, they're
Bronson
cursed.
got hurt.
And it was their curse. What I like this year, and I got to ask you because you've done some reffing, we're really seeing a lot of how referees really play into the matches, not just with injuries, but with spots, with time. There's a lot that I don't think a lot of people realize that the referees are doing in this. And at the same time, you've got to sell these matches now. You got some people in here that do a damn good job reffing these matches and selling it. And I got to say, hats off to all these guys, because without these refs, you just, it's unbelievable to see the stuff. There was when Seth busted his shoulder on Cody, and he told the ref, he's like, dude,
it's torn.
It's torn. And the ref had to, the ref, and it was the same with when Liv, and you saw her, let the ref know. So it's a big responsibility in there, and you have to know all your stuff. So I just wanted you to kind of touch base on that.
Yeah, it's so different now because the technology's there. With the earpieces and stuff, where you're able to hear, and they're able to ask you, and tell you, check on him. Is he all right? Are we good to go? And a hand signal will go up, or something will be letting him know everybody's good, everybody's fine. They'll do that. Back when I was doing it, when it came to times and things like that, you had to watch the curtain, and you had to watch for whoever the agent or the promoter was that would give you a signal to take it home, would give you a signal to wrap it up, like, okay, keep it going, keep it, and they walk back and let you just keep going. You guys got 5 more minutes, let's go, and let him keep going. So it's funny because it it's so different now. If two guys fell out of the ring, referees never got out of the ring.
Nope.
Ever. We stayed in that ring because if you got out of that ring, you got screamed at. And I can't tell you how many times I got screamed at for doing something, for checking on somebody that you really think may have gotten hurt, but that's not your job. You know what I mean? So we'd start counting. You had to count. And I'll tell you what, if they didn't get in by 10, you rang that bell, whether that was the finish or not, because the credibility had to be on the referee at the time. And it's very simple. So when I watch WWE, their referees are amazing. They're some of them, Arango is probably one of the best guys out there. Some of the stuff I've seen him do, Jessica, by far one of the great. She's, I'm waiting for her to finally go after Becky. They looks like they put the brakes on that, but I really was hoping that was going to go somewhere. But when you see them compared to the AEW referees, and it's not the referees, I can't blame them. It's the boys. It's the wrestlers. If you don't have credibility on your referee, you don't allow the referee to have credibility, the match is, what are they there for? Just to count three? Just to, you know what I mean? I mean, you got a 10 count. Outside, that's why I wrote the book. You got a 10 count, right, to get in. I can make a 10 count last 30 seconds. You know what I mean? It's not that tough. You know, it's just cadence is all it is. But you gotta look at the guys. You gotta let them know. All they gotta do is roll in, roll back out. It's very simple. Keep going. All right, draw somebody out. You know, have somebody draw you in. There's so many little tricks that they can do, and they should, to be more creative instead of just making the referees look stupid. But nowadays, the referees have to be there to check. They're the first line of defense, to call the trainer over, to call the doctor over, to look at these guys, because they're the closest ones. So like you said, they're going to grab the ref and they're going to say, that's it, I'm screwed. You know, I know it. I just did it. I'm done. You know, and then they're the ones that got to make that call. They got to take a look, and, you know, now you're protecting somebody. And it's a whole different ball game when it comes to that now.
Yeah,
and they do a great job right now.
When Bronson Reed tore that pec, it looked like there was nothing there. I remember we talked about, that didn't even look like really anything, but when you now watch on reel and you see it, you was like, oh, yo, he was in pain. Bronson looked like he was ready to cry, bro. Like,
I seen it move when he took that the belly to back slam.
Belly? Yeah.
Belly to back. So I seen that. I was like, ooh. It was moving his arm. The pec was moving his arm. Yeah.
Not fun.
No way. At all. Let's talk the grandest stage a little bit.
WrestleMania.
We
closed it out with WrestleMania both nights, and they did a great job of it, showing everything behind the scenes and how it worked in. I like I said, I really like where this show shines. This year for me is the best season ever. I blew through all 5 shows in one day. That's how good it was for me. So I'm you close out with WrestleMania every year on this show, and it's great stuff. Just great stuff. I loved it.
Yeah.
And you can't get any better than that. I like seeing the family stuff too. I like them adding it. I like seeing your guy, Kevin. I like seeing your guy, Matt Cardona, and his wife, Chelsea, show off their house. Him getting re-signed and coming back to the WWE and having one of the biggest toy rooms out there, which was crazy.
Yeah. There's a big toy place here in Cincinnati. It's called the Toy Department. And I haven't went yet, but Matt Cardona went there with a camera crew and went shopping there and stuff like that. It's on his YouTube page. So I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I'm liking the family life stuff. I'm liking them adding that family life stuff to the Unreal. It's given us a whole different side of the wrestlers, and it's going to add to their fan base, I think, for those who understand. It's performance art.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. Performance art. So
see, my wife loves the Unreals, the Ms. and Mrs. Anything that's behind the scenes. She loved the Divas. She loved the Bellas. She loved watching all those type of shows, and it was good for me because Then when she'd watch the actual show, yeah, look at that right there. When you'd watch the actual show, she knew who the characters were. She knew who everybody was. And then when she'd see some of it, when you get to Unreal and you start seeing how all of it kind of laid out, and it became very interesting for her to be able to watch it. And it gives us a good chance for us to be able to do it together, which is cool. Is that Seth?
Yeah, it's a custom Seth right there.
Wow. He does have Becky's clothes on. I used to cap on him like you wouldn't believe. Oh, my God. Every single week, I'm like, come on, man. You're killing me with these outfits. Good Lord.
For sure. Man, we had a great show tonight, man. Joe, tell us, or tell the fans, where they can, if you have social media, where they can contact you, where they can hear your podcast.
We're on all platforms. It's the Final Countdown with Joe Matterazzo. You can find me on Instagram. Same thing. If you Google, Final Countdown, you'll find me out there, Joe Matterazzo. And yeah, we're still dropping every week. I've been working really close with TNA. They've been giving me a lot of big stars. Just had Nick Nemeth on, had Frankie Kazarian. Nick Nemeth right after he won the championship here in Boston. We were there with him. Was able to have the Hardys on a couple weeks before that. And I actually just sat down with ODB, who's going into the TNA Hall of Fame this year. She gave me an exclusive on one of the people that's going to be helping induct her into the Hall of Fame. That was over here in Kingston, Mass. at Trainwreck Tacos, my buddy over there, nice. Mark. And he's got a lot of big names coming up. Plus, you can find me on a lot of stuff going on with ACW in Poughkeepsie, New York. Awesome Championship Wrestling. They're running the old Mid-Hudson Civic Center, which was a huge place in New York for WWE taping. ECW ran there. Everyone did. And ACW is now destroying that building. It's now the ACW Arena, I call it, the MJN Center. And they've just been selling out left and right. Killer Cross, their ACW heavyweight champion now. Cross has won a hell of a hit just there last month with him and it was Matt Riddle. What a match those two had. What a clinic. So and they're on Triller TV. You can see them there. You'll see me at ringside. I'm one of the officials down at ringside, making sure everything goes nice and smooth. And usually get pushed around a little bit by Danny Moff and Sean Donovan from Sent to Slaughter. That's a story for another day. Guys, I can't thank you guys enough for having me on today. This is great. Been a long time coming. We've been trying to catch up and do this. This is great.
Yeah, and I'm actually going down to Trainwreck Tacos to do an episode from there. Because
nice.
He's got so much going on. So maybe I'll hit you up and you can join me when we go down there and do this episode live from there. I just got to get with Kevin. We got to figure it out, and I think we're gonna do a Tuesday or Wednesday night live, and we'll have Kevin on from Ohio, and we'll do it from there. But he's got a lot of stuff going on down there. He's bringing oh my God, the people he's got coming through there is just
big names, big names. You brought up the Brooklyn Brawler. He's definitely going to be there. They got Joe Gacy coming.
Joe Gacy.
Yeah. He's got the Demolitions coming. I mean, he's absolutely nuts. Rhino's coming. There's so many people that are going to be coming. Mark's a good friend of the show, and great guy. And you'll be hearing from him this week on my show too, so which is cool.
Nice. Good stuff. Good show.
Nothing further to say. For my man Sinista1, my name's Lito. This was great. Thank you, Joe, for coming on with us.
Thank you, guys.
Turnbuckles and Spilt like a podcast. We are out.
Me in vantage point, so I can't abandon joints. Gotta grab the coins, pay me wickedly. Superman of Thor, who am I? Haters mimic me, and they fans cheer him on with their capabilities. Wow, double entendre, crazy lyrically. Had to read a page in Timothy to take it seriously. Cause I ain't scared, I ain't got no fear, baby, get with me. Open doors for the people, you can say it's chivalry. I drop bombs, it'll be a day in infamy. Mainly cause all my ops feeling painful instantly. Stay for sympathy, not me. Creating imagery that everybody you like, I made a simile. Facts.